Going.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Hello, everyone. It's Brandon from Audio Addiction, and we're back with Alex for. I don't know. This is. We didn't decide on whether or not this will be the last one. Um, we did say possibly it could be the final part, but I'm not 100% sure because I would love to do another part, but we have to see what material is there to for us to do, the next part. So anyway, Alex, thank you for joining me yet again. Thank you guys for joining us live. It's
Thank you
awesome.
for having me.
Always.
Thanks everyone tuning in live. Thanks for joining us.
I'm
Excited to
excited.
be back for a part 3.
Yeah, it's crazy. It feels like almost I think either this episode or possibly the next one will be the last one. It'll feel like a closing of a chapter. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, but it's not going to be a permanent close. Obviously, we're going to keep up with Dreamcatcher. I think we're all excited for the English songs to
Yeah,
come
yeah,
out,
yeah.
whatever they do in the future, after this tour and everything. So, it's going to be a soft close on the Dreamcatcher chapter.
It'll just be an asterisk next to close. Yeah, we'll whatever new stuff comes out, we'll make sure to be keeping an eye out for. But yeah, I'm very excited. Alex gave us. I think he will look through some of the comments, and we got some of the stuff. And I think he's gonna discuss what we're gonna be listening to today in terms of everything.
Yep. Yeah, I went through and I picked a lot of suggestions out. I picked some of my personal favorite B-sides out. I'll run you guys through what we're going to cover now up front, just so there's no confusion and everybody knows what, we're in for. That being said, if I list something off and I'm missing something, let us know. But I think we got a pretty good coverage here. And again, I think we are going to probably shoot for either like a bonus episode or like a shorter part 4, because we do want to cover all the solo tracks.
Correct. Yeah.
Which we don't want to forget about the solo tracks. So that
Can't.
probably will come in another part. I don't have any of them included today, really.
Other than one, right?
I did put the Dami track on the playlist, but I think if we're gonna do all 7, we might just do a separate stream for them.
Yeah. And I don't know if we'll wind up because we debated on, or at least I know there are some other ones that we want to do. So, and I know we did take a look at the poll. Thank you for everyone who voted. That was awesome. I almost thought instinctually that Pixie was going to be the one, but everybody came out with Everglow and changed their vote or voted for Everglow. So, which was wild because it was Pixie
Forever,
for like 2 days straight.
yeah, Forevers are excited. The new song coming out. All right, let me run through the songs we're gonna cover today real quick before we get sidetracked again. So today in our playlist, I have a live performance of Black or White, Can't Get You Out of My Mind, Propose, the band version of Bon Voyage, the Mayday special clip,
Oh,
Trap, Jazz Bar, Curse of the Spider, and Tension.
oh, okay.
I think that's everything we're gonna cover today.
And then we're holding off on the Dami track. That's the last of. Okay.
The Dami solo track is on there, but like I said, I think we're gonna do a part 4, part 3.5, and take all the solos on. Maybe some covers, maybe some extra solo covers or something, but we'll see. I think we're gonna hold that off for another video.
Yeah, and I don't know if we'll wind up doing part 4 right away. I mean, we want to kind of try to see what may work out best, but I also know we are very eager to get into some of the other projects that we listed in terms of other groups to get into. Because I know, as Alex mentioned to me earlier, Everglow has a new song coming out, and we want to try to get through them so we can get onto the new song. So we're
Yeah.
debating.
So we did, like Brandon said, we did put up a poll. see what people wanted to see next group coverage wise. I believe it's pretty close between Everglow, Pixie, and Purple Kiss
Yeah, Purple Kiss
right
came out of
now.
nowhere. Yeah, the fans are here.
So we're gonna do all three. And we're gonna probably mix the order up a little bit just because I think it'll make a little more sense. We'll probably do Pixie first, just because they don't have anything super active at the moment. And then we'll move to Everglow, I think, around the time of their comeback, and then probably follow up with Purple Kiss after that. And then we'll put up another poll to see what we want to do after that.
Yeah, I think we are. I did see someone comment in part 2, no, part 3, I guess. I don't remember what part we're on, honestly. My brain is broken right now. But I know that somebody did comment if we are going to be doing XG, and we do plan on doing XG before
Absolutely.
their next release, so which I believe is coming out next month. So we will be definitely doing that as well. So and then
Yeah,
we'll
we're gonna be doing an XG, and then we'll do XG before their album comes out, and then we'll do
mhm.
a video before their album.
Yep, exactly. So we kind of want to tackle everything that's remotely coming out in the K-pop realm. So, if you do have any suggestions, leave it in the comments, or, feel free to comment on our posts that we make. I try to make as much community posts. I know it's a little bit difficult to find on the tab, just because YouTube's setup is very strange. But if there's a better way that I can try to organize it, I'll definitely let you guys know. But yeah, we want to try to tackle any and all K-pop groups. I'm really invested in this genre now, all thanks to Alex. I want to kind of like delve into it more, find out what groups you guys are interested in, and try to kind of find that like middle ground between groups that I'm personally interested in, as well as like groups that I feel like the community is fans of. I think one of the ones I was excited for is it Les Seraphim?
Yeah, let's Seraphim.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one when we get to that for sure.
Yeah, so if you have any other ones, let us know. But I feel like we should probably start. As Alex mentioned, this is Black and White. This is the Music Bank one, which was talked about in the
Yeah,
last part.
and also everyone asking in chat about Tension. We're doing the Korean version of Tension. I think the English version is good, but I think it's better to hear the quality of the Korean version one first. The English Tension one I think is maybe more of like a personal listen, or maybe in a future video or something.
Maybe maybe in the part 4 we'll figure it out. We'll see what we'll see what the fans want to see. But yeah, did you have anything background on this? So is Music Bank is this like this is a live set essentially, right? This is pulled from like a live.
Music Bank is one of the live broadcasted shows
Okay.
in Korea. It's one of the shows that gives out those awards that I was telling you about, I think, on the last video.
Yes. Yeah.
So performances on Music Bank will happen like when a group comes back. So usually they'll perform their title track, but then a lot of times if they have a side track or like a B-side they also want to promote, they will perform that as special stages as well. So they did do stages for Black or White, and this is, I believe, kind of like a cut.
Okay.
It's like a cut of 2 stages because I think they do some like outfit swapping, like editing. But
okay.
Yeah, it's basically just a Music Bank stage for the song.
Very nice. Well, we'll get into part 1. There was a couple comments on no Fairy Tale, and somebody said +1 for Fairy Tale. So I don't know if that was on the list, but maybe we'll add it on to part 4. And I think we did listen to Silent Night, Victor, I believe.
We did listen to Silent Night in part 2.
2, yes. And then Mouse Glove said English Tension may be in the upcoming album, which I did see.
Yeah.
So
that would be great. If English version of Tension's in the upcoming album, we'll definitely listen to it. I think like the live concert quality version of it is not the greatest for the introduction to the song,
That's fair. Well, if there's nothing else you want to add, Alex, I think we should start with Black or White.
Yeah, let's go.
Both outfits were fire. So
go
ahead,
it's a
Alex.
cool song. No, it's just a cool song. It's a good performance. That's why I wanted to pick out like a decent video to show you the performance for it, because it's obviously through the music and the choreography homage to Michael Jackson.
Yep. Since
I think
Short Raider said that, I saw that in the chat. So shout outs. This was great. I really enjoyed kind of the more like I guess you don't get to experience the more live setting, and since obviously I haven't seen Dreamcatcher live, this is probably about as close as I'm gonna get at the current time. Obviously, once they come back to Pennsylvania, I will go see them live. But for right now, it was a cool experience. I really like the bass in this song. The bass is like extremely prominent. It's got this sort of like great punch to it that I really appreciate. But I think kind of like the whole choreography, the instrumentation with their, I don't know if they have like a band or something in this video per se, but I really enjoyed kind of the combination of everything. And yeah, I want to agree with missing the timing. I do agree that Dami crushed it on this track. You could definitely tell there is a focus on her, because like it almost feels like this song dips out where you can kind of hear it. And I think that's pretty common amongst a lot of the Dreamcatcher songs that I've listened to in this playlist, and then also listened to in my free time. There is like a specific moment where they kind of like cut everything out, so like to allow more, rap, more of those rap parts to kind of seem a little bit more focused. So I really enjoyed that a lot, and just a great song, really vibey, really fun. I don't think I have listened to this one because this one was like more of a B-side song. So
yeah.
So it was a good experience, I would say. Short Raider also said Music Bank is using techniques that YouTubers used. I feel a little called out by that, but I'm gonna pretend I'm not live streaming. So after this is over with, I'm definitely gonna go cry after. No, I'm good. I was just joking, just a little bit. I'm only a little hurt. Dream Queen said their performances are always cool. I agree. What were you gonna say, Alex?
Say Music Bank's using those making those fan edits with the outfit changes.
Yeah, well, I think it was very intentional, like the way that the lights went up, and then like the cut like there was just a clean cut. I don't know. As someone who edits a lot of videos, I feel like I can, show a lot of appreciation for that. Again, they have multi-millions worth of money to like have people edit these videos.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they also know where to hit their marks with cameras and stuff, so the cuts are pretty easy typically.
Yeah. Sin Raylan said, "Already have the white shirt for me or for it." And Autumn Eagle said some more of my favorite girls. Their reaction to their edit was also priceless.
Their reactions to everything is priceless. They're just funny.
They seem very goofy, which I love. So, but yeah, this is a great track. This one is a little bit more subdued, I'd argue, than some of the previous songs we've listened to on stream. It just seems a little bit more chill, a little bit more vibey. So I appreciated more of the like, I guess like more subdued kind of pop feel to this one. This one was really tight. So yeah, great track. The next one on the list, Alex, is, let's see, we have Can't Get
You Out of My Mind.
Okay. Very cool. Do I need to know anything about this song?
It's their first, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe it's their first English song they released. Like official English only track.
There we go. Dreamy Queen said, sometimes I notice they focus on the camera angles, feels somewhat orchestrated. It's cool during the edits. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yep, for sure.
I think it also goes back to what Alex said about the intentionality of like knowing the choreo. I imagine they kind of like, especially for the camera people, they can kind of get an idea of where they need to hit, where they need to pan, all that sort of stuff to get the shot.
It's a mix. It's a mix of the group knowing where to hit their points, and the cameramen knowing, their mark as well. I mean, it's just a mix of everybody knowing where to be every time.
Very talented. Got to give him a lot of credit. So love that. Let's get into the next one. Also, this is my drink of choice for tonight. A cucumber drink.
We couldn't see the can.
I'll zoom in on the can. There you go, Alex. Can cam. Oh, Dami doing some singing. Okay. Sua's got some good vocals too.
Yeah, she's got really strong vocals for sure.
Oh, okay. Oh, I like this. Really interesting synth.
I feel like I'm at a Zed concert right now.
It does have that vibe, yeah. That was a great one. Where is this song placed at in their like catalog? Like how early on is this one? Because this, I don't know if this would tell me. This is 2 years ago, so.
That sounds about right. I don't remember off the top of my head what album this came out on.
Yeah, I'm curious on like where it lies. Dreaming Queen, I have the volume maxed out on my computer for the audio for the YouTube video as well as the audio in my system here. So hopefully I turn myself down a little bit so I'm not as abrasive. So we'll see if that works out. It could also just be YouTube itself. They're okay. They work. Rainey says Sua is an ace. She can sing, dance, and rap so well. I would 100% agree. I think, obviously, Dami stand for life, but I gotta give a lot of kudos to Sua because I think she's pretty underrated in the group. I'd argue, Then I feel like she kind of covers all the bases, as you mentioned in Ace. I think there are certain things where uh, I feel like there's certain songs where she gets highlighted a little bit more. And I definitely think in the song, this is definitely, if you're a Sua fan, I think this one is a great one to obviously listen to more. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one a lot. It's definitely got, as Alex mentioned, that kind of like Zed, like EDM sort of feel to it, which was not bad.
Yeah,
I enjoyed this one a lot. Actually, it was very vibey.
just a good vibe house song. Very fun. The lyrics are wholesome. Uh, and as they mentioned in chat, it is off of the album with Boca, which is Dystopia Lose Myself. And one thing I remember about this song specifically was listening to that album in my car for the first time,
Ooh, okay.
and not really. I don't think I had heard that they released an English song at that point,
Mm-hmm.
and I listened to the entire song, and like at the end, I was like, "Wait, did I just understand that entire song?" And I went back and listened to the whole thing from start to the end, like immediately, and I was like, "Oh my god, this whole thing was in English. How did I not even notice?" Because they like do it really like fluently. It sounds really good. It sounds very
Yeah,
natural.
it does seem natural.
Um,
Yeah, I would agree.
that I think like if you're just listening to Dreamcatcher and you don't know that it's an English song ahead of time, you might not even notice. To be honest,
I don't think I really noticed until I saw all of the lyrics on the screen, and I was like, "Oh wait, it's all in English. That's crazy." So, kudos to them for doing something like that. That's awesome. Um, everybody kept saying Boca. Lose myself. The one for Boca. That's what Angie said. Missing the timing says I can't help but casually fist bump every time I hear the beat build up and break down.
I feel
Yeah,
that. I feel that.
that's the type of energy that I felt in that song. So I would agree as well. I can say I know this is a slight tangent. This is not good. I can say this with
Dude,
100% surety. It's not great.
I'm I called that.
It's weird. It's like it's got like it's got like the cucumber flavor, but then it's also like acidic. So it's got like a lemon like weirdness to it.
Yeah, fruit soda is not good, dude.
Well, listen, I am trying to
It never is.
branch out of my comfort zone here, Alex. I don't drink a lot of soda, and this was a bad choice. No offense to this can's cool though. I'll tell you what.
Should have preserved the can. You got to buy the special cans just for the art and then never open them. You know,
That's okay. I'll drink it. I'll survive.
like I got my Blackpink Jenny soju unopened here. I'm never gonna open it. It's just gonna be a full bottle of soju forever.
Well, good for you, bud. I'm can't drink that anyway, so jokes
I
up.
know.
Unless you're gonna run me to the hospital. Um, but yeah, no, this one was great. I enjoyed it. I was just kind of curious where it sat in their catalog because like I think there's almost a distinct point where you can kind of tell like if it's an older song or like I feel like they kind of have moments where each song's kind of line up in their catalog, and I couldn't really place where this one was at. So I think it also gives me the incentive to go and listen to some of the songs that are on the album that I should probably give more love to. Um,
It's not too far back in the discography. It's in the trio of Scream, Boca, Adai.
okay,
This Dystopia series.
Dystopia. Okay, cool.
So just a few years ago, 2 years ago, I think. So
Which
it's
isn't
not that
bad.
far back.
I was gonna say it's not too far back. So, but great song. It was a very much a vibe. So I was definitely digging that one. So, we're gonna move on to
I
the
think
next one, I
you
think.
I think you might have to turn the music down on the video a bit too on the next one. I did just listen back for a sec. It's the music through the stream I think is a little loud.
Is it a little loud? Okay, I'll put it down then. Got to
But
lower
I'm
that
ready. But I'm
for
ready for the next one,
propose.
which was very heavily requested. Propose,
All
which
right.
I am with you all requesting it because I think this is an amazing B-side off of the most recent mini album.
All right. Well, let's get into Propose without any further ado. Interesting intro. The drumming is so neat.
첫 번째 question 그대는 어떤 것을 지향하는가 혹시나 공포와 거리를 두는가 둘째로 무엇에 복종을 하는가 힘 있는 자의강자를 따르는가 기억해 거역은 나에게 구속돼 비었대 뭔가 마음 모두 비롯해 Love so creepy but it's crystal clear so clear my heart belongs to you my dear unbreakable chain I can't let go I can't suspect
I love the build into this chorus.
This is a sick chorus. Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, what can I do without you? Every step you take, I follow you. I'll be there too. 'Cause I wanna cherish you forever. I can't let go. Our love's so good, but I can't get enough. Propose just before we
Dami killing it on the vocals.
Yeah. Wow, that was awesome.
Dude, Dami is so impressive.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, I'm a Dami Stan account now, so I can say absolutely crushed it on this one. Yeah, no, this was great. I think the reason why I think I like this one the most out of some of the more current ones that we've listened to, I really feel like everybody had strong moments throughout the entirety of the song. Like there wasn't a moment where I felt like, okay, like one member did above the other. Like there was a good amount of like everyone kind of playing their part, or like obviously adding to the song in that way. So this was, yeah, I can see why people highly requested this one, because it feels like every member had their own like spotlight moment where I was like, oh wow, okay, that's cool. And again, I think it obviously also has to do with the lyric video and watching like them cycle through each member and being able to kind of determine, which vocalist and like who does what. But I do think that it's really appealing to me as someone who, again, listens to a lot of like heavier music. It was cool that this song felt heavy, but it wasn't like with like obviously heavier guitars. It just kind of meshed up well with like, I guess, the way that the piano / synth / like even guitar work kind of all meshed together really. And just kind of like the overall arrangement of the track was like arguably very different from some of the stuff that I've listened to Dreamcatcher.
Yeah,
Before.
the way the song is structured, it's almost written like a ballad, sort
I would
of,
agree. Yep.
in like tempo and how it's structured. But the vocal delivery is so strong in
Yeah.
contrast, and it's really cool. I'm gonna repeat the same thing I already said, but seeing Dami be able to like really show off her actual vocal ability is awesome. Because she's such a, I mean, everyone just knows her for her like deep tone
Sure.
rap
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know her aesthetics and everything. But I mean, I watched the high note contest between her and Sua. The girl can sing like crazy. So it's cool to see some people besides like Xian, Yuyan, and Sua get like those high note, like those kind of like vocal pop off moments, because
Yeah.
I think generally those are your three strongest vocalists who typically get a lot of the heavier vocal focus.
I would agree. There was a good amount of trade off, and not that I feel like any other K-pop song that we've listened to from Dreamcatcher didn't have those moments, but it was very nice to see kind of everybody delivering on like very good vocals, very good rap parts. I think that kind of combination wise, like it really worked, and I think obviously the backing instrumentation wise really helped sell a lot of those bigger moments. But yeah, it was great. I think this one was also another really fantastic one that I'd argue I didn't really expect, I guess, per se, in terms of stuff that I've listened to, and I've gone back and listened to this playlist a couple different times. I've gone and listened to some of the other stuff that we haven't listened to yet. So, there are a little bit of familiarity. I'm not always like 100% in it listening to it, but like there are some moments where I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, while I was just at work listening to it, I was like, oh, that's really neat. I like that. Maybe I'll remember it like if we listen to this song or whatever. But yeah, Autumn Eagle I think says it pretty well. That song was kind of like a dark rock ballad. I would kind of say that's pretty spot on in terms of interpretation.
Yeah.
And then as well as that, she also said the fact that the rapper and dancer won the high note contest. LOL. Yeah, that's pretty sick. So
It was funny.
Dami. Love it. Angie said definitely my favorite from the last album. I can see again why it's a crowd favorite for everyone. And Manji Day says yes, 3 of them. So I don't know what she was referring to, but
I think the three like main vocalists I pointed out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool. Well, we are on to the next one, which is Bon Voyage, and this is the live version. It looks like they have a band with them, which is that common or not too common?
Yes, this is a channel that does live versions of a lot of groups' songs.
Oh, okay.
So they will a lot of times during promotions, groups will come on and this band will perform a live rendition with the group with live vocals of their songs, and a lot of times they're like rearranged because a lot of times it's like a lot of electronic or like more EDM style artists coming in. They do like band arrangements of it. It's really cool usually. Dreamcatcher is fun because it's a rock band doing a rock song. So it's like, it's cool. It adds like the live energy to the song. I think it's really fun.
All right. Well, I'm excited because I always love seeing a live band in any groups setting here, and I feel like if any of the groups that I've personally listened to would do well in this sort of situation, I feel like Dreamcatcher is like the perfect guinea pig for that. Certainly. Yeah,
they're awesome performing with a band, and also this band kills it. They do a bunch of stuff with tons of K-pop groups.
Cool.
They're super fun to watch.
Well, I subscribed. You guys should too. Go do it. It's live. If you haven't, I mean, they have 1.5 million, so there's a good chance you guys already subscribed to this already. Unlike mine, but it's all right.
They don't need us.
They don't need us. They're already popular. But I mean, if you haven't already, go do it. Angie says for their concerts in Korea, they have been a live band. They've they've also been having a live band. Oh, okay, that's cool. Very neat. Love it.
Yeah, I think we do have another video in here that is with a live band as well. So we'll see a couple.
Very nice. You know, I love to see that. So, without further ado, let's get into Bon Voyage.
Let's go.
All right, well, we're not going to jump into the next one. We're very bad in hitting a delay here. But that was great. Oh, my God. I think I love that song even more now, which is I didn't think was possible, but now I do. I think that live performance really just sold me on how much I enjoyed that song. Like, I think the reasons why I already enjoyed the song already was great, but I think that having the live band and being able to kind of experience some of those like cool like instrumental moments, and I got to give a lot of credit to their band, you know, that they had for this video, because they really kind of set the pace. They set the mood for the song. Obviously, the girls did great as well too, but
yeah.
But I got to give it up to the band, because I think they really encapsulated the things that I already enjoyed about Bon Voyage that much
Right,
more.
and this version is a little special on that as well. That this isn't their typical band that they play with. This is like It's Live band.
Mm-hmm.
So when they do stuff with It's Live, you always get a different arrangement, even if they are performing the songs with their band. So I always appreciate seeing the It's Live stages, because they're always really, I think, like tastefully covered and like tastefully redone instrumentally, and I think they do the songs a lot of justice. It was pointed out in chat, like there are really good performances of Scream, Odd Eye, and stuff with bands that are also sick.
Ooh, okay. Well, maybe we'll throw it in part 4, possibly. I like watching the live things. We'll see what happens. Mel says, Sion, my God, crying face emoji. Yeah, we were all feeling the vibes once it took off. So, shout outs.
Dude, I had a phase where I would just look up because Xian's she's posted a lot of covers, like vocal covers,
okay,
and like studio videos, like one take videos and all that stuff. Dude, just watching her do vocals live, especially in a studio setting, is one of the most satisfying things to watch ever. She is so talented. She's like one of those like one take and it's perfect every time vocalists.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool to watch.
Yeah, she crushes it. I love it.
Yeah.
Dream Queen says, "Oh man, you should definitely check out Boca / Scream and Odd Eye," which is you know, what you mentioned, Alex. So we'll definitely have to keep that in mind for part 4. Sin Raylan says, one of the things that sort of slips your mind with K-pop is how many little different things are standardized. One thing I noticed in this video was that they were standing in their standard lineup positions. So I guess they all have like a specific order that they all stand in. Don't know. I feel like if someone knows in the chat, let me know. Ethan says all of their live performances are so good. Autumn says, I adore Handong's and Dami's outfits. Teal and green are some of my favorite colors. Feel that. Ivy says, one minor criticism on the It's Live band is that they only have one guitar player. I did notice that. I don't think it detracts from it. I do think that if they did have another guitar player, I'm sure that would definitely aid in kind of the more like lead, more solo-y sort of stuff. But I don't think it was that bad comparatively. But I could see it as being more of a plus to have another guitar player, but I don't think it's always necessarily necessary. I think their guitar player did fine. But yeah, it would be cool to see if they did it with 2 guitar players. I'd like to see what that would be like.
My criticism of the It's Live guitarist is that I think he holds back a little bit on the distortion and like on the drive for some of the Dreamcatcher stuff.
It was a little.
But that's okay.
It was a little chunky. I agree.
I think that's where I like differentiate. I think I mentioned already. It's like you get a different performance with It's Live band, and I think it's good in its own right. I just think that there are some instances where I don't think their live band performance punches as hard as the Dreamcatcher song should be hitting. But that's why they have their own band. You know what I mean?
Sure, yeah. I think it's just kind of a perspective thing. You know, obviously, I haven't seen them live, and I'm almost positive that Ivy has. I feel like I can kind of, you know, again, put the 2 and 2 together. But I think it would be interesting to see them live now, seeing that performance on It's Live. So it would be cool. Autumn Eagle says, "Dreamy, my favorite Boca. My favorite Boca is definitely the zombie one." And then they're talking about a cover song, Sion's overdose cover. So I don't know if that's. I guess we'll maybe add that to the list. Who knows?
Maybe that's getting a little deep.
We're definitely getting into deep waters here. But Simmerland says, if you ever see them in doing interviews on stage, you'll usually see them from left to right: Sua, Handong, Sion, Jiu, Yuyen, Gaiyen, and Dami. Okay, so that would make sense. I haven't seen them live, so I think that would be interesting to notice that. So, but yeah, this was great. I enjoyed that one a lot. The next one we have on the list it's a special clip. It's Mayday. Do I need to know anything about this song?
It's with their live band, I believe. So
okay.
Yeah, we just get into it.
Very cool. I have not listened to "Don't Light My Fire." I don't know if that's I don't think we have listened to that one. Is that correct,
No.
Alex? Okay.
Yeah, we have.
Maybe next time. But let's get into Mayday.
팬이었습니다. 어떻게 드림캐쳐에 같이 하게 돼서 정말 영광이고요.
들어간다.
일단 정말 떨리고요. 오늘만을 기다려왔습니다. 오늘 동안 이곡만 쳤습니다.
Every rock group has a Mayday.
The band members in the video are Insomnia that were invited to play. That is awesome. I did not know that.
I also didn't. Xion. Okay. My man's playing like an 8-string guitar. Oh, this is cool.
어둠 속에 잠기고 결국엔 다 사라져 Oh where are you now 널 찾는 내 목소리 혹시 들린다면 너 있으면 대답해줘 다가와서 나를 구해줘 갈수록 깊어지는 날 흔드는 어둠 속에서 널 향해 Mayday Mayday 다를 수 있게
That was cool. Oh, there's just well, play it out.
Oh, cool. They're just shouting out the Insomnia that played on the track with them.
Shout out.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's got to be a really cool experience.
That's the I'm also curious, and if somebody in chat knows, was that the only time that they have done that? I'm just curious if that was the only video that, if they've done videos like that, or if that's kind of like a common occurrence, I guess, per se. Because I know they have obviously a very dedicated fan base, so I was just curious if that's maybe the first, portion of that. Someone gave you a shout out, Alex. They said that you drew a very good job at choosing songs, so salute to Alex. Crushing it.
Thank you. I'm trying. Can't cover everything, but I think we're doing pretty good so far.
We're trying. We'll probably, I know we definitely are going to be doing, if you just are tuning in now, we do plan on doing some of their solo material. So, yeah. Also, the stuff on the chat, I don't know if that pulls through or not, but I know it's, just put the comment in the chat. I think we kind of, at least if we have an idea of who you're talking to, it's probably a little bit easier. But no, that was cool. I think it's very. This is the only time I can really think of in terms of even the music I listen to in my free time, where I feel like a band has collaborated with their fans, like to just have them play their song essentially. I come from obviously the heavier space of music, and I don't even feel like that's even something that has happened in that space. So for them to,
yeah, I mean, other than like, you'll see stuff like Linkin Park bringing up a fan to play guitar, or stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like nothing. I don't really see much though. On, right, and not like a big like a full band performance for video. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that either.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's very cool.
I liked it. Obviously, it pays homage to, their fan base as well, the Insomnias, which is really awesome. And to comment on Mayday, like the song title name, I feel like there is a lot of bands that have songs that are titled Mayday. The only one I could think of right off the top of my head is Cold Rain, which shoutouts to Japanese post-hardcore rock band. They're sick. Love them. But yeah, this was great. It was very good performance. I will say, as I believe Ivy had mentioned, the mix on it was not the best, but I mean, hey, I feel like just given that sheer fact that it's like kind of, again, the Insomnias being in the video, I can kind of like detract my statement on it not being like the best mixed or the best mastered or whatever, because I feel like it's more of a, paying respect to your fans in that sort of aspect, and I can kind of overlook the musicality of it per se in terms of that. But yeah, great song.
I got to comment on what Autumn just said in chat. Rolling Courts Dreamcatcher collab, please. Their cover, their Dreamcatcher, Rolling Courts' Dreamcatcher cover is so good. And then Rolling Courts did the collab with Alexa, cover mashup video, so good. Rolling Courts does so many good covers. I think eventually we'll probably get into a Rolling Courts dive of some sort as well, because I know definitely I'm very familiar with them, and as like another Korean rock band or like a Korean K-pop adjacent rock group, I think they would be another cool one to get into. So I'm sort of waiting for them to release a little bit more music before I really want to do like a deep dive on them. But I would love to watch a collab or like some some of their covers or something. They also do a really cool thing if anyone in chat's not familiar with Rolling Quartz, just to give them like a little off tangent shout out. Every once in a while they do free live concerts on YouTube, like full production. They do a full band show for like an hour and a half, 2 hours long sometimes, every once in a while on YouTube, and it's a really cool experience. They pull up chat, interact with everyone. They play a whole variety of songs. They have English and Spanish translators. It's a really good experience. So if you're ever looking for like a good live, like free live show, you can't go see Rolling Quartz, follow their YouTube or follow their socials and try to catch their next one. They're really fun.
Yep, I'm gonna have to follow that. I mean, obviously can't stream it, so we will not be streaming it. But hey, maybe we'll do something.
You find us in the chat.
Yeah, we'll probably be.
We'll be in the chat.
Hanging out in the chat. Also, shout outs to Big Paradox. Yes, Cold Rain did release a new song, and yes, I plan on doing some sort of reaction video for it, so that will be coming out very soon. I love that band. No, like I think hardly really anybody knows about them. So big salutes to Cold Rain there. If you like some of the more like metal stuff that Dreamcatcher does, or metal adjacent sort of stuff, absolutely check out Cold Rain. Fantastic Japanese band. Go give them some love. A lot of people said they love Rolling Quartz, so I feel like that's definitely going to be on the list going on later. As Alex mentioned, I think once they have more music to kind of come out, then we'll have to do them a little bit later on. And Ethan also agreed that a collab with them would be legendary. So hey, listen, I don't know, maybe you could tag both of the bands. That'd be kind of tight. I feel like that's the only way to like just to just shout it out, you know. I think that works out pretty well. I don't know, we'll see what happens, but big salutes to them.
Yeah, let's get in the next song.
Is this okay? So is this song just trap, or is it trap? I need to know.
It's just trap.
Okay, I just was wondering as to why they had it in parentheses. So that's sick. Do I need to know anything about trap, the song?
Not really. Just
okay. Change
up the vibe, a little bit different vibe.
All right. Well, guys, we're gonna get into trap. This is the next one on the list here. So. This is a definitely different vibe. What? What the hell just happened? Spot. Yes, I did fall for the trap. Appropriately named track. That is cool. I like this. This chorus is sick. All right, guys, that was Trap. I did get trapped, just in case anybody didn't get that the first time. I definitely got sucked in, but it was good. I liked it. That part did definitely. I feel like it would probably catch a lot of people off guard, especially if they're not familiar with Dreamcatcher. But you guys clearly know your stuff, so I appreciate it. But yeah, this is a good one. This one's I feel like, and I would maybe argue the point that this is pretty underrated in their catalog. I really enjoyed the kind of like interesting things going on in the chorus. That synth line is really sick. The way they chose to do the melody in that one, I thought was awesome. Especially in that last chorus where I feel like there was a lot more like vocal melodies going on over top, to kind of like sprinkle in there. But yeah, I would definitely say this one is, I would say it's pretty up there in terms of my favorites that we've listened to thus far, in terms of just like overall vibe. Like, definitely got me with the trap part, but I think once I actually got into the song, I just really enjoyed it. It was very chill for the most part. Obviously, that part where they include kind of like more of a metal-ish sort of part, I can imagine that would throw a lot of people off. But yeah, it was great. I enjoyed this one. Where does this kind of sit on your list, Alex?
I think this sits up there with like a lot of their kind of like it's not really, I mean, it's kind of slow tempoed, I guess, but it still goes pretty hard.
I was
It
gonna say,
kind of it sits up there for me with like one of their with like all of their like sort of EDM like trappish songs, aptly named Trap, of course. Yeah, I think it's a solid song. I just thought it was kind of an interesting take on like the juxtaposition. Obviously, like it catches you off guard with that like metal kind of introduction.
Yeah.
And then the song ends up being sort of like a slow, chilled out like trap, kind of like trap house song. Yeah, I enjoy it. I think it's really solid. I think it's just a good good thing to, like, I think if people mentioned in the chat, it's like a good workout song. I agree. It's a good song to throw in the mix.
I'm gonna have to start working out to some Kpop. That's what I think I realized. I did work out to the new Jeans EP, and I don't recommend that because I was just vibing. But I don't know. I was on.
Well, you only worked out for 11 minutes.
I mean, I listened to it on repeat. I did not work out for 11 minutes. I did it for my run though, Alex. So to be fair, I hit the strides on that EP. I also did, as a side tangent, I did go back and listen to a majority of the first EP from New Jeans. Also fantastic. I know a lot of people, again,
Yeah.
New Jeans is popping off, but yeah, it was great. They got a great catalog for, I think they only have two EPs out, I'm pretty sure. So just great discography. I'm sure obviously all of you know this in the chat by now, but very cool. People have been mentioning that Wonderland special clip is good. Maybe we might add that to the next iteration, the next part. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe on the next one.
We'll have to.
I did add in the Frozen to this one as like a last minute addition because I definitely meant to and forgot. So thank you, Jay in the chat for reminding me.
Shout out to Jay, and Rainy as well. Dreamy says trap isn't my favorite, but I like it. It makes sense in that album, I would say. Same as What and Wonderland. The sound of those songs are very cohesive together. So we'll have to check out all of the albums a little bit more in depth, maybe off video. But yeah, I've enjoyed just putting them on Spotify Shuffle at my work and just kind of just delving through all of the different avenues that they've kind of carved out. So very neat. We are going to move it on to the next one. It looks like also I did see in the chat that they're playing a lot of festivals, which is very interesting. They're playing Jumpf. I guess that's the festival. Are you familiar with that at all, Alex, or no?
I don't really know anything about it now,
Okay.
but it looks like, yeah.
Well, Big Paradox says sometimes they have K-pop artists right after some metal bands. So I feel like that might be our festival. Honestly, combines both of our worlds here. So I don't know, very cool. The next one we have on the list here, I'm gonna just jump to it because I want to know what the name of it is. It looks like it's Jazz Bar.
It is Jazz Bar. This one, I think I saw a couple people request it. It's just it's something you definitely haven't heard from Dreamcatcher yet.
Okay.
I think it's just a really cool. Good. I wouldn't put it in if it wasn't good. It's just a different style. It's a really good showcase of the vocals. It's fun, different. So thought it'd be fun to include.
Very cool. Just before we hop in, Autumn says, I feel like Whistle and Starlight were throwback songs that both could have been on this album too. I assume she's referring to the previous record that we just talked about. And then Short Raider says it's a 3-day festival, but it will also be on YouTube. So maybe we'll be in the show. We'll have to check it out. Seems interesting. Yeah, this is very cool. A lot of people are saying Jazz Bar top. Rainy says, "Oop, Jazz Bar is in my top 5." So I guess we're gonna have to jump into it.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, turn up. Okay. Sick melody. Ooh, those layers in the back. I might have to learn this on guitar. This is good.
Yeah, the vocal ad-libs in this are so nice.
What? This is like actual jazz. What?
Yeah, man.
I love this. This is so sick. ending melody. Oh, insane. Oh my god. That was fire. I love that one. Easily.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think the coolest...
Definitely.
Go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
No, you're good. I was just saying it's definitely a different side. It's really cool to see. It's a fun song. The vocals are great. The vibes are good.
Oh yeah.
All the vocal runs are immaculate. Xi'an's vocals at the end are beautiful as always.
Crushed it. Yeah, crushed it. Wow. I think the thing is like probably the reason why I enjoy it a lot. I learned a lot of like jazz guitar work when I was originally like taking lessons playing guitar. I've stopped doing that ages ago. But I really kind of fell in love with jazz guitar work, and just to have that like section of a jazz break, literally just like the drumming is very jazz based, the bass playing is like just some of the scales and the runs that they're doing. Was very cool. I love that kind of switch up, but then kind of having, at the beginning and the end of it, having it be more of like almost like a soul R&B kind of like chord phrasings, obviously along with the like jazz parts, I thought was very nice. It was just a very vibey song, and I think that the reason why I think it probably sold me was the fact that they weren't really like, I guess like with some of the main tracks, I feel like they kind of keep to a certain sort of formula, I guess, per se, like vocally, like you can hear definitely runs or like melodies within the song, where I feel like this one is just kind of them, as you mentioned earlier, going and ad-libbing and doing more stuff, and I think it shows off more of their skills as individual vocalists as opposed to them being like a group where you're like, okay, here's these moments, where it feels like this is more like, okay, we're gonna give this member some spotlight, we're gonna give this member some spotlight, we're gonna give like each individual one a moment to kind of do their thing and go off. And for the sheer fact that all of them sound great individually but also together, like harmony wise, stacked on top of each other, it's really cool. Definitely vibed with this one a lot. I would say obviously is very much out of the pocket of what I feel like Dreamcatcher does, but I don't know, this one resonated with me pretty well, so I enjoyed it. Ivy says jazz bar is so fun live. I didn't know they play this live. That's actually really sick.
Yeah, they did.
Seeing them vibe on stage with each other in the audience, that's awesome. Rainey says her Mandarin cover slapped. Almost cried at Polaris. I imagine that's either a festival or something. Oh, and then Missing Time said, Rainey, I'll never forget the crowd filling in at the ad-lib at the Apocalypse Save Us show in Reading, and G's reaction to it. Alex was there, so I wanna... What'd you think, Alex?
It was good.
It was good.
I was there.
I was in the show. But yeah, I feel like Dreamy puts it well. It's a nice change of pace to the concert. I could definitely see how this could be an absolute like vibe setter. So yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot. The next one we have here is In the Frozen. This one looks like it was requested by some people in the chat, so I'm glad we were able to accommodate that. Is there anything I need to know about this song?
Goes hard.
A man of many words, so I guess we need to hop into it.
얼어붙은 땅 그 계절의 모든 게 잠든 이 밤 It's too cold It's too cold 아무도 찾지 못하는 벼랑 끝 작은 온기도 없는 이곳 스스로 눈을 떠 너의 품에 시작해 move 그래 그렇게 move 힘없이 흔들려도 기적처럼 빈틈없게 덮인 이 추위 속에서 피어나는 flower 한 송이의 flower Can nobody stop it
Oh, that's sick.
움직이지 못해 제자리에만 그래도 근변해 안 죽이게 배 내려올 때쯤엔 네 곁에 하나 둘 피어나게끔 너로 인해 아파도 save yourself 너의 품에 가득 안고 따스한 온기를 주면 어느샌가 눈을 뜨고 시작해 move 그래 그렇게 move 힘없이 흔들려도 견뎌야 해 빈틈없게 덮인 이 추위 속에서
That build up. All right.
한 송이의 flower 잠들지 마 다시 필 수 없으니 한순간도 놓칠 수 없는 걸 알잖아 길고 길었던 시간들 이젠 goodbye 빛나는 시작을 기다려 In the frozen
Oh, yeah.
In the frozen Ooh.
This is clean. Oh, that was insane. Oh my god.
Fun track.
Wow.
And I gotta acknowledge the people in the chat that are saying this album is like a no skip, and all the songs on this album are great. Yeah, this is easily my favorite album from them. Full album, by the way. It's really great. It is really a no skip album.
Oh man.
And this
that
is
was-
obviously a great addition to it.
oh, insane. Just like the kind of
Another fun one live.
Oh, I can only imagine. Like, I feel like the electronic elements in this song easily just sound like they would just be an absolute blast to hear live. So, oh man, I really truly feel like I don't have anything to say because I feel like the song just speaks for itself. I mean, I think this is. I can see why this is amongst people's favorites because I think it's just got an incredible energy to it. Like, I can only, as I mentioned before, can only imagine seeing this live. I think it would only add to my love of this song that much more. But this is great. Like just kind of the more like electronic focus to this track. I definitely feel like that obviously adds to that sort of like energy level to the track, and it just keeps building and building. And I think there was some really great kind of like falsetto-y, like higher vocals going on that just really added to some like really fantastic melody, especially at the beginning of the song that kind of drag you in. But the structure was great. The moments where I feel like it's supposed to hit, it definitely resonated super well. Obviously, being a Dami stan, really enjoyed her part in this song. I think she absolutely crushed it. And then also kind of like following up and adding it towards that like last chorus bit, that was very cool. And overall, just I can tell why people like this album so much just from this song. And I'm gonna have to go and listen to the rest of the album because I also want to see if it's a no skip, which I feel like it's gonna be if all of these songs are at this sort of level. I mean, or higher.
I think at this point you've heard a lot of it.
I probably have heard a lot of it, yeah.
There's definitely some we've missed though. So yeah, I recommend definitely, at
I'll
work
dive
or
into more.
something. Spin the album, yeah.
I'll have to dive into more of the deep end. But yeah, I did. It's cool. It's cool listening to some of the songs that I've listened to in terms of like the title tracks, and just kind of giving a little bit more of a flavor to some of the songs that maybe don't get as much love. That's why I feel like I've been really enjoying like part 2 and this current part right now is like some of the songs that I feel like for people who are really diehard fans of the group, like it's cool to hear different songs that I would argue, if you're more of a superficial, like kind of top level Dreamcatcher fan and you don't really delve into the songs outside of the title tracks, I would hope that this is giving you a good idea of like other songs you can kind of listen to or expect to get different emotions or feelings out of, because I would argue the title songs are a little bit more like the I guess comparatively to other songs that I guess or bands that I listen to where they're like kind of like the front runner single, like the song that you like hear on the radio, the song you hear the most. And there's obviously songs that from many different groups that I love that maybe aren't like arguably the best representation of the band, but like I still love. Like I know I mentioned
Right.
Oh, go ahead, Alex. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, like, if somebody asked me, um, you know, what does Dreamcatcher sound like?
Uh-huh.
In the Frozen won't be the first song I'll send them,
Fair enough. Yeah, I would agree.
but it would be like in the first 10. You know what I mean? Like it's definitely, I think, a good representation of where their sound can go, but it's not like a title track representation of I think what they normally go for. So it's cool when we get a chance to get into these B-sides, because if we were just doing title tracks, I feel like we wouldn't get a lot of opportunity to appreciate some of like their experimental songs and some of their songs that delve into different genres as much. So I think, like, especially this album in full, I think this album does a really good job of showing pretty much everything that Dreamcatcher wants to show off.
I agree.
Up until, like, obviously they're doing even more different stuff with their newer releases, but especially at the time of this release, I think it was a really, really solid mix of exactly what they wanted to show everybody. So yeah, and the Frozen, I think, is a solid, fun song.
Yeah. I guess the comment I was gonna make before that was like, obviously I don't know as much about K-pop, and that's kind of the main reason why I kind of started doing more of these, is just because I want to know personally more about what K-pop's about and like the different groups, and like kind of finding the reasons why like some obviously the fans, the people that love this type of music, like not only why do they like the title songs, but also why do they like some of the B-side songs, the songs that people don't typically hear, maybe not the popular ones, the ones that don't have the MVs. Why are those good songs, and why are they songs that should be listened to? So I got to give them a lot of appreciation. And again, the fan base for giving us some really great recommendations to listen to, not only in part 2, but also in this current part we're recording right now. It's been really awesome, and we'll hopefully get into part 4. But I guess my comparison was like one of my favorite albums off the New Jeans EP, Get Up, was actually the song Get Up. I thought that was one of the best songs off the EP, just because I love the kind of more like chill, like jazz, R&B, lo-fi stuff that they had going on with that. And I don't think I would probably recommend that song to if somebody hadn't checked out New Jeans, but I think it's a representation that I would love to highlight, and I feel like it was something that I spoke about in my review of the album, which was I like this song. I wish it was longer. And so that was kind of my takeaway from it. And I feel like most people, if they check out New Jeans, they're checking out like Super Shy or like ETA or whatever, but it'll be interesting. Just to kind of get into some of the chat things. Let me see here. Autumn says all of those then they threw Paradise at the end just for the final death blow to us Insomnia who are still holding on. So I imagine that's probably one of the songs off the album. Ivy says the progression's insane for the song, and that they're not really a fan of the EDM aspects of the project. So, or just I guess EDM in general. So, very cool. I'm glad that people are kind of like enjoying that one. Angie said something fun I forgot to say for May Day. That is that the Primavera Sound Festival, the crowd made a mosh pit. You can imagine the energy of the girls and the Insomnia Live. Yeah, we're pretty familiar with mosh pits, I'd argue. So that's awesome. Victor says, I think Dreamcatcher would be be historical in a big festival. I hope they do. They definitely deserve it, certainly. Dreamy Queen says, love the meaning of the lyrics. Just like a flower in the frozen, take the opportunity to endure, to thrive, and overcome. Resilience, pretty much. Which, yeah, definitely can resonate with. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed this one a lot. I can, again, argue why people enjoy this one so much. It just seems like, obviously, a fan favorite. So, gotta love that. The next one we have on our list here, well, I'll just get it loaded up here. It's The Curse of the Spider. Do I need to really know anything about this one?
This is off of the Rate of Dream mini album with Deja Vu and Silent Night.
Oh, okay.
And this is in my top 5 Dreamcatcher songs. Probably my top 3 B-sides.
Oh, okay. That's high.
I really like this song. I feel like I don't hear enough people talk about this song, so I really wanted to show. If any, I mean, I'm sure everyone here probably is familiar with it, but I wanted to show you and anybody maybe who is less familiar, or anybody who's sort of on this deep dive journey with us, show them one of my favorites. So
yeah, shout outs. Also, yeah, we do have 70 people in the chat. That's amazing. Big ups.
Shout out.
Guys
yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yes, Curse of the Spider. We're gonna hop into this one, so hopefully you guys enjoy.
Make sure if you're hanging out, subscribe so you don't miss the next part of Dreamcatcher we're probably doing, and other groups we dive into.
Yes. Also, before we jump into that, there is a poll, so I would definitely check out the community tab. We have the next 5 groups that we would like to work on or do. Results may vary, certainly. I know Everglow has a comeback song from what Alex has told me, so we may do Pixie first and then go to Everglow. We're
going to be covering Pixie. We're going to be covering Everglow. We're going to be covering Purple Kiss.
Purple Kiss, yeah.
We're going to be covering XG.
XG, yeah.
And then from there on out, we'll see what you guys want to see, what you want to see us cover.
All right. Well, everybody says everyone says this is a very underrated track, so let's dive in.
Yeah. Thank you for validating me.
Yeah.
That's what they said. Yeah.
눈을 뜨는 그 순간 펼쳐지는 신기루 어느새부터 바짝 다가온 섬뜩한 떨림 불을 끄는 그 순간 점점 가까이 따라오는 숨소리가 또 귓가에 맴돌아 아무것도 없을 것 같은 너무 늦은 이밤 길이 막아 눈을 감아 Don't you wake up 떨리는 네 심장을 붙잡아봐도 어쩔 수가 없어 Focus me, look at me every time 기댈 수 있는 건 나 하나밖에
I love that guitar riff.
속에 가려져 보이지 않는 방 숨 쉴 틈도 만들지 않는 못 벗어나 소름이 끼칠 만큼 도망치고 싶어진 그런 두려움일 테니 아무것도 없을 것 같은 너무 늦은 이 밤
This chorus does hit. Ooh.
Yeah, I was wrong. It's not over. I can't appeal, it's okay. You're not
Alright,
alone.
dummy.
Promise you, yeah, I promise you. 그날의 약속을 기억해, 영원히. Yeah. Let's get move out. Yeah. Focus me, look at me every time. 떨리는 이 심장을 붙잡아봐도 어쩔 수가 없어. Focus me, look at me every time. 기댈 수 있는 것만 하나밖에 없다는 걸.
Oh, what a cool chord transition. That was awesome. Big salutes.
Yeah, I really wish that they published the fan made video they did. They did show a fan made video, or not a fan made, member
Self-made?
made,
Oh, member. Oh,
yeah,
member
self made
Okay.
at the concerts, but the quality of the videos that people post online are not good.
Oh God, that's not good.
It's just like fan cams of a stage video. It's a little hard to watch, but it was really good live.
I'll give a shout.
Um,
I was gonna say I was
sorry,
gonna give a
go
shout
ahead.
outs to Alex. He also has a lot of fan cams on his YouTube channel, so if you wanna go follow him on there. I did see it earlier, so I wanted to give you a shout, Alex.
Yeah, thank you. You don't have to.
I did. I know I didn't
No.
have to. I did do it. So
There's no Dreamcatcher on there.
not yet.
This song I think is really cool because it does I guess what is sort of common in their discography at this point is obviously it has like the harder rock chorus going on with it, but it does a really cool job of mixing in like the softer, more laid back parts with the verses. Something that really drew me to this song a lot was one, the synth hook in the beginning, and two, the drum and bass / like breakbeat drums they use in the chorus.
Okay.
It's very different. It's not just like your normal rock beat. They throw like a really cool like kind of glitchy drum and bass drum line under it. So I think it stands out a little bit. It's just a fun track. I think it's underrated.
I did also want to point out what Spencer said in the chat, which was "Let's get move out" is one of DC's iconic bad English lines. Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna discredit it because a little bit because I don't. I mean, obviously English isn't their first language, so I'll give them a pass.
Yeah, we give them the pass.
We'll give him the pass. I did really like, just to kind of get back into that song. I really did enjoy kind of like I enjoyed the pace of the song. I thought that is very well paced. The guitar riff was definitely something that stuck out to me personally. I really enjoyed that a lot. I love the piano incorporation. It definitely reminds me a lot of like their older material. So I think it kind of gave me that sort of like vibe as well. But yeah, it was a great song. Melody's really cool. Dami's parts were also really interesting as well. I think they definitely went about her part a little. I'd argue in a little bit of a different way, but I still think it came out pretty well. So, yeah, I enjoyed this one. This one was a vibe for sure. But it looks like the next one we have is it Damien?
Damien.
Oh, Damien. Okay. Is there anything I need to know about this song specifically?
Nah, it's just a B-side off of the most recent mini album, and it's very nice.
Very nice. Okay. Well, we're gonna get into this very nice song right now.
Dangerous conversation.
told you this album has crazy bass.
Yo, shout outs to their bass player. The GOAT. What the hell? I feel like they're pulling from like a Michael Jackson like kind of vibe. Except for this part. This has gone through so many transitions already, and I love it. What? So good. So good. Oh my god, that was awesome. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, fantastic song.
Kudos. That I know I keep mentioning their bass player, but god, he deserves all the shout outs. Some of those bass riffs, ooh. My man.
Yeah, there was a lot of really cool like slap bass and like jazz bass featured on the newer album in general.
Oh, I'm gonna love
this song I think is like a prime example of it. This is definitely my favorite B-side off of the new album for sure. This is actually close with Bon Voyage for me actually for this album, because Bon Voyage is definitely one of my favorites title track wise, but this is like a solid contender. This is a very, very good song.
I would agree. Also, GU, the high note, chef's kiss, baby, that was insane. I think they just, I don't want to say like they subvert my expectations because we've been doing this for 3 parts, but I think this group always finds a way to subvert my expectations every time that I continue to do these parts on stream. You know, like there's just these, it's just like, like they can't top themselves. There's no way that they could make a better song. Like that's impossible. And then you listen to Damien and you're like, okay, well, they made a better song. I don't know how that's possible.
Yeah. As I've gone,
it hurts
and
my
like
head.
watched, as I've watched Dreamcatcher release music over the years, like, 'cause I've been following them, I think since like right around debut.
Okay.
I always tell myself they're not going to get any weirder. They're not going to release any weirder music. And pretty much every album, they crush that theory. So I'm just happy and surprised that they keep finding ways to experiment and do different stuff with the music.
I would agree. Yeah, I think they find a unique way to I think subvert your expectation of like how strange or how far out they can go musically. Like this song, I don't think I like if you talk to me like first stream Dreamcatcher, I would be like, there's no fucking way they're gonna release a song like this, right? Like there's no way, right? And I think there was multiple times in kind of each part where I was just like, they just couldn't do it. They wouldn't do something like this. Why would they do something like that? That's crazy, right? And so I think that's kind of the thing that I feel like even the people in the chat have kind of cemented to me as well, is that like they're like Dreamcatcher is like, hey, we're here and we're just gonna do every genre. It doesn't matter. You know, we're gonna touch on everything, and I think that's kind of like what they basically just say yes and they just do it. I would argue.
I think every album has a what's a good example? I think every album has its own Silent Night, if that makes sense.
Okay, yeah, I can
Like,
see it. I can see it, yeah.
Silent. I think when everybody listened to that album and they heard Silent Night for the first time, they were like, "Oh my god, what the hell is this? Like, what are they doing?" There's like always something stand out, and there's always something experimenting. And I think every album they put out, there's always at least like one good hidden gem. Obviously, there's a bunch of good songs. There's a bunch of great B-sides, but there's always something in there that always catches you off guard and surprises you. This was definitely the song on that song on this album for sure.
Yeah. Also, Autumn, thank you for joining us. I hope you watch the rest of it. Appreciate you, and we'll see you in part 4 most likely. I did like what Spencer said. He said, I was so worried when Lee's left, but after this album and put all my worries to rest. And everybody says that they're proud of what Olander has produced. So,
yeah, Olander is killing it.
Crushing it. Shout out to Olander. Come on the show. That'd be sick. Dreamcatcher, come on the show. I'm putting it out there. I know somebody's got to it's got to come back here, you know. I'll learn my Korean.
We know you're on YouTube. Come on the show. Come hang out.
Yeah, it'd be sick. I think Alex would cry. I don't know.
I'll cry if you want me to.
I didn't say I wanted you to. I said I feel like you'd be feeling the emotions, you know. So, which is good. I think I would also cry. Well, the next one we have on the list is Tension.
This is going to be our last one for the night.
The last one? Okay. So, very cool. Do you have anything that I need to know about this song?
There is an English version of it that they have performed. It is not officially released yet. People are speculating it could be on the new English album that they're working on. Don't know for sure. So we're going to be listening to the Korean version.
Very sick. Well, when the English version comes out, I'm sure we'll be checking that out along with all of their English stuff. As we mentioned at the top of the video, if you didn't watch all the way through and you joined, we will probably, this is not a closed door on Dreamcatcher. We will probably plan on doing some more streams as they continue to release stuff, but I feel like this is a good starting point for people like myself who, you know, want to know more about K-pop. I hope that I hope people appreciate the kind of like deep dives that we've been doing. You know, it's been very fun. I think it's been very eye-opening for me, and kind of learning about the community and getting to know all of y'all. Like, you all seem really cool. So very nice.
Yeah, and hopefully, I know we have a lot of Insomnia in the chat and a lot of Insomnia watching. Shout out. Thank you for being so cool.
Yes.
I hope you guys will maybe be open or be wanting to check out some of the other groups we're going to check out. Maybe you know them already, maybe you don't. I think it'll be a good chance. Watch along with us. You know, dip your toes into some other smaller groups. I do want to focus on covering smaller groups as much as possible. A lot of the groups that I listen to are very underrated, underappreciated, I think. So I do want to do my best to try to like highlight them and show my appreciation for them, and you know, open up more people to seeing how much good music there is that you don't see like everywhere being pushed every day. So hopefully you guys want to join us for some more of those. We will be doing another Dreamcatcher episode to cover all the solo tracks, the like the official like solo album tracks. Maybe after that we can do like a random one-off and cover some extras we might have missed, and we'll be keeping up with their future releases as they come out, hopefully.
Yeah, like the English albums and stuff. So, yeah, I am excited, and I, am very excited to delve into more groups as well. I think that's kind of like the point of asking Alex to come on, is that obviously he's more familiar about K-pop than I am, and I also hope that I can share K-pop with my group of people, because this is not a topic I normally cover. So very, very excited. Yeah, going to be delving into a couple more groups. We do plan on doing other groups besides the ones that are going to be voted on in the poll. So
right,
we have some
and to I guess clarify a little bit, by the underrated, less known groups, I think sort of the idea I have of like group sizes would be like Pixie, Craxy, Purple Kiss, Cherry Bullet, stuff like that. We already did Tribe, I think.
We
Like
did
you
do
already
Tribe.
you
I
already
didn't.
covered Tribe.
I didn't. Yeah.
I would say stuff like that. The groups that are kind of like in that like couple thousand albums sold range. I think you get the idea. Well, obviously, they cover some bigger groups too. Like we definitely are. Obviously, we're gonna cover XG. We're gonna cover Le Seraphim, but I do want to try to put a spotlight on the groups who need a little bit more of a push.
In terms of
All girl groups. I'll be completely honest. Girl groups are what I'm most familiar with, but we're not opposed to doing guy groups. Like I really like Stray Kids. I really like ATs. I really like Mute. I think there's plenty of guy groups to cover. I just don't know exactly. A little tougher to pick, but I'm open to suggestions. I think doing some guy groups would be cool. I think just a matter of finding the right ones to do. KDA would be cool. KDA might be like a good like single stream listen session. They're kind of like a tricky, maybe not tricky. KDA is interesting. KDA, if you don't know, is the group that is the group that was produced by Riot Music for League of Legends. They have they have like some of the G Idol members that are some of the vocalists, and a song that has some of the Twice members. It's a pretty interesting collab. They don't have too much music, but it is all really good. It's probably worth giving a listen to at some point. So maybe one day we can do a little bit of a KDA stream or something.
We're dipping the toes in every pool here, so we're gonna try to do what we can. Spencer said girl
weekly.
Groups
Weekly. Look, I love Weekly. I need them to come back, first of all. I miss my girl Ji-yoon so bad. And I would love to do a deep dive on Weekly, but I would kind of need them to release some new music at this point. Rocket Punch is great. Pink Fantasy is fun. Pink Fantasy you would probably like. They have a lot of darker concept. They have some like rock stuff.
They also said Treasure as well.
Treasure's cool. Treasure is from YG, Blackpink's company.
Interesting. Okay.
I think they're the newest boy group to come out of YG. They're cool. They have some good songs. I remember watching Boy when it just came out, and I think that was their debut track, and I was very into it.
I'm also thinking right now, so I'm going to make 2 community posts. One is just going to be titled Girl Groups, so if you want to give us some suggestions for that, and then I'll make another one that will be boy groups, so if you want to give us suggestions there, then I feel like that'll probably be the best way for us to track it, because I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I can pull the chats, but it would probably just be easier if you guys can just make a comment on there. I see them, Alex will see them, and it'll just kind of be a little bit of an easier process to kind of figure out what groups you guys want to do us to do in terms of both girls and guys groups. So yeah, we'll leave it after this stream. I'll go make them, and so you guys could just migrate over there. That'd be really sick. And just drop your suggestions. We really, again, are pretty open to all the groups, whether it be a girl or a guy group. I just know that my familiarity is very small, and obviously Alex likes girl groups, so I feel like we are a little bit biased in that aspect, but again, not completely averse to talking about guy groups as well. I just know I have zero knowledge on that. I at least have a little bit of knowledge, I would say, in girl groups now. So, yeah.
That's fair.
Very excited.
The next one, to clarify if anybody missed it in the beginning or anybody watching wondering what we're doing next, the next one will be Pixie.
Yes.
We're going to be doing Pixie in between the time from now until the Everglow release, when we will be doing Everglow. So Pixie is my all-time favorite group. So we're going to be doing, I think we can do it in one stream. I think we're going to do one stream. We're going to deep dive. We're going to get into some lore. We're going to get into some music videos, going to get into some B-sides, some dance videos and stuff. I think it can be knocked out at once. I'm going to try to cover as much as possible. Please come join us. Let me spread the good word of Pixie.
I'm excited.
And then, like I said, we'll get into Everglow around the 18th, which will be their comeback date. We might just do an Everglow stream on the 18th on comeback date and just lead right up to the new songs. So
that's what we
if that's what you're into, put that on your calendar. That's locked in.
Yeah. Also, the chat member who said Purple Kiss, yeah, they're also on that poll. So definitely let us know.
Purple Kiss will be getting covered as well, for sure.
Basically, all of those names will be covered. We just kind of wanted to see in terms of percentage, like who you guys would want to see next, just to kind of get a better gauge. So we are going to be doing more polls more frequently, just to kind of get an idea of what everybody's interested in seeing, going further. But yeah, Pixie seems to be number one. Everglow is the second one, and then just kind of going down from the list after that, and XG, as we mentioned. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about it after this last song. But the last song for Dreamcatcher is Tension. So
yeah, let's get it.
Let's do it. I like that descending riff.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Great minds think alike, Alex. Vocal run.
Yeah, the whole descending motive in this song is really, really cool.
Yeah. It does give me a lot of Bon Voyage vibes. Piano in the back. I like that.
너를 불러줄게 lullaby for you Just stay with me 지금은 어려뿐이지만 다시 너는 일어나 해낼 수 있어 생각대로 이루어질 거야 Just trust me, oh trust me 네가 가진 모든 걸 다 건너면 그런 걱정은 널 괴롭힐 뿐 사라져버릴 tension You don't have to worry 널 위한 주문을 걸어 바라라바바바바바바 You're the only one 바라라바바바바바바
Oh, that one's fantastic. I feel like I've heard this one just from like the shuffle, but man, every time I go, this one's probably one of my top of Dreamcatcher for sure. Just that descending riff is so memorable.
Yeah, this is a great one. As people pointed out in the chat, apparently it was supposed to be a title track earlier on.
It makes sense, yeah.
And it ended up being a B-side, which makes sense. It gives off title track energy. It's very, very fun. The descending guitar and the descending vocals are really cool.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool. I like that. The vibes were there. I can definitely agree with the chat in the sense that does have a very good title track energy now. But yeah, this one was great. The piano was awesome. I do feel like in some parts maybe it was a little bit stepped back, and I imagine that's maybe possibly on purpose. But just kind of like the overall instrumentation was just really wonderful. I feel like everybody gets their moment of shine definitely within this song as well. But yeah, it was just great. I was actually a little bit surprised there wasn't really like a Dami rap verse. That was the only thing that I think I noticed about the song where I didn't feel like it was there. Not that I feel like every Dreamcatcher song has to have that, but I did notice that wasn't there. So that was a little strange, but I enjoyed it. This one was definitely up there. I would say this is probably top 10, top 5, I would argue, in terms of the songs I've listened to. I mean, obviously I know that's a jump, but I would say it's probably top 5.
Gonna have to get you making that tier list.
That tier list is gonna be so fucking hard. I probably have to do it for part 4 because we're gonna be at the end pretty much. So I have to. Fuck, man. Now I gotta do that. Oh, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I have to listen through all of their albums all over again. So, if somebody knows the runtime of the entire discography of Dreamcatcher, I would be curious to know.
It's like 100 songs. So.
Oh, okay. Well.
Do the math. They have a
It's like 3 hours.
I was listening to them earlier. They have a playlist on their Spotify channel that is all of their music.
Okay, wow. I guess
so. If you go on their Spotify page and you can find the playlist that has all of their releases.
I'm just gonna be eat, sleep, eating, working out, everything Dreamcatcher, driving, traffic.
Well, that's fine because they have music for all of that.
Oh no, I know. I didn't say it was a bad thing. I would be 100% on it, but the tier list would be so tough. I have to do it. I feel like, let me know in the chat if you would like to see a tier list. I feel like Alex has put me up for a monumental task, but I need to know if the Insomnias are up for me trying to dissect all of their albums and pick out arguably my tier list for songs. So I'll have to do it. Tier list is straight up impossible. See, that's what I'm saying. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll post a tier list and then you'll want to change it like 2 days later. You'll never. Yeah, it'll never work out.
I don't think I could do it. I think I could. I think I could pick my favorite songs out of their catalog as a whole, but I don't know if I could necessarily. Okay, so Sinralian said my playlist is 6 hours and 46 minutes without instrumentals. So, I just want to preface that, people are either saying rank them or not. I think there's two people that said rank them.
I think that would be very contentious. And also, I just think it's really subjective.
I was
So like
well. I mean,
you could
yeah.
rank them. Their discography is so like eccentric and all over the place. I think it's gonna be subjective no matter what. I don't think there's any really
Yeah.
um merit in like trying to rank them in like song quality order, like song tier,
Yeah,
because
that's true. Because
everybody that listens to them for different reasons. Everyone likes different vibes and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, I don't even know that I could rank albums, let alone songs. So I can't imagine sitting there for like 7 hours and trying to figure out how to put the songs in order.
listen, man, you're the one who put me up for the task, so I feel like I don't know if I could do it.
I'm just trying to set you up.
Yeah, you're baiting me. I'm getting jebaited here. Everybody say I have 2 yeses. Dreamy says even as an insomnia, I can't even do the ranking. Short Raider said never try because I knew I would fail. Exactly. Simray Lin had a good suggestion, which is you can do song versus song, which I feel like might be more appropriate. So that may be a possibility.
Like a bracket,
Yeah,
like a 32 song bracket or something.
yeah. I feel like that would be a little bit easier. I think I could do that. That would be fun. I'd be about that.
That might be a fun random stream night idea.
Weespot says, "Amen, brother." Yes, I don't know if I could do it. Rainy says, "Tier list would be so hard for me to do. I can only do top 10, maybe." And then Dreamy says, "I think you should definitely listen to the intros, outros of the album. They're about 1 minute long. All it's instrumental stuff." Sinray Lin said, "Double elimination bracket." Well, if people want to see it, we'll probably wind up doing it. I don't know if it will be
intros
for
are fun.
next part, but I will take a listen to the intros and outros. I love a good setup, So
Yeah, I think the intros are fun. They experiment with a bunch of different genres. They are very short. Some of them are like ballad style. Some of them are like trap dubstep songs. They're
okay,
kind of like all
okay.
over the place. They're all very good. It's always, I think I said it already in another stream, but it's very fun to kind of roll the dice and see what kind of intro you're gonna get on an album.
You definitely said that. I remember you saying that. I think it was in the last stream actually. So
Yeah, I would say just probably. I mean, you're gonna take a listen to the albums. I think now that now that we've kind of capped up on most of their stuff, I think it's very fair to assume that you will just be giving albums a listen to catch up on some more B-sides at this point.
Now the true question is will I become an insomnia? That's the real thing.
Oh, you're not already?
I'm saying I don't feel like I'm the one that decides that. Am I? Can I decide to be? Are you an insomnia?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm an insomnia now. I didn't know if there was like any, power ranking, I thought you have to.
No, you don't. You don't have
Alex.
to. You don't have to pass the initiation blood offering to be welcomed into the fandom.
I thought you were gonna knight me. Honestly, that's what I was hoping for. Honestly, I thought I was gonna be knighted into the insomnia.
If I had their light stick, I would come knight you with it.
Okay, sick. Well, maybe for the next one. Oh, so Jamie said that I automatically became an insomnia because I have a bias, which is a Dami Stan account, baby. And Sinrilian said, "Have you ever been to their lights?"
Cinder, yeah, I've seen the light sticks.
Oh, it's the light sticks, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the light sticks. I've seen the 30-foot tall light sticks. I've seen the capes. Definitely not a cult. I would never say it's a cult.
Angie, I would gladly take Dami to drag me into insomnia, so I'm about it. Dreamy also said you need to get the Minx dream. I feel like that's something Alex will probably have to discuss with me at some point. I don't know what that's in reference to. Don't ask. He's shaking his head. So
I don't know.
Okay. Well, let us know, Dreamy. But that will be it. Just to kind of give a preface for part 4, we do plan on doing the solo songs for each of the members of Dreamcatcher, as if I'm not correct on that. As well as that, I don't know if we have anything else. I mean, if there's any other suggestions, definitely drop us a comment in the video after it's finished going live, just so we have an idea. But yeah, I think we'll definitely be doing. I didn't want to scare people and say this was the last part, but I do feel like we were kind of teetering on whether or not we were going to do another part for the live series, and it feels like that people would want to see another part from us, obviously with the solo material as well too. So so if there's anything else you would like to see from that last part, let us know. Is there anything else that you needed us to discuss, Alex?
Not really. I'll just recap on what we have planned so far.
Sick.
The next stream will be the solo songs. Hey, Meatball.
Say hi to everybody.
The next stream will be all 7 solos. We will kind of try to gauge from there where we want to go with Dreamcatcher. Maybe we'll do some more B-sides. Maybe we'll do some live stages. Maybe we'll check out some like Primavera cuts or something, or check out some random stuff. Maybe we'll watch some like side content or something, some other shows or something. Who knows? But other than that, we're going to be doing Pixie in the next like week or so, probably. I'm working on getting stuff together. If you have suggestions about what you want covered for Pixie, I have a pretty good idea with that. Like I said earlier, Pixie is my all-time favorite group. But if you have suggestions, drop them. Definitely would love to hear them. And then obviously we'll be doing Everglow on the 18th with the new release, All My Girls.
Ooh.
And from there on, I think we're going to do Purple Kiss, Seraphim, XG. And then we'll look for your comments on the polls and look for everyone's votes on the polls to see what you guys want to have us cover next, because I think we want to probably get a boy group or 2 in there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
There's definitely a handful I think would be really fun to cover. I think something like ATs would be, I know they're a huge group, but I think their discography is really cool. So I think that would be a cool group. I think there's a couple other options. I'll give you a list for the polls later. But yeah, whatever you guys want to see us cover, I don't think we're opposed to really much of anything. So, drop it in the comments on the community post, or drop it in the comments on the videos, and we'll collect info and keep you guys updated on what we're going to stream next.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to be trying to use a lot of the Google community posts. So, again, that's where we're probably going to be making a lot of that. I would also suggest, if you aren't following Audio Addiction on Instagram, that's normally where I'll post the links to go live as well, if you don't happen to check the story at all. So definitely would recommend that. All the links are in the description as well. But I'm excited. I think this is going through Dreamcatcher has been just a really awesome time. And just to kind of, again, have such a cool community that has been so welcoming to myself as someone who is arguably in like different scene of music. It's been a really fun experience delving into K-pop and becoming a little bit more well-versed with that genre. Obviously, it's going to take me a long time before I can speak on it a little bit better than some of the other genres I'm more familiar with. But yeah, I'm excited to get into it. Boy groups, girl groups, I kind of am just really, really pumped to delve into more projects and more groups, because there's a lot of cool groups out there that I hope get a lot more love, and that very similarly to my mentality of listening to a lot of heavier bands, I kind of want to be able to share that same love with groups that, I don't think arguably need my help to do it, but I hope that it builds a cool community nonetheless. So I really appreciate you guys for sticking around, enjoying doing it. And if you are new here, make sure to subscribe. That's kind of the best way for you to know when we're going live next and when we plan on doing this, because this is going to be a pretty mainstay for the channel in terms of content that you'll see from us, as long as Alex is willing to do it. So and myself, of course, but mostly Alex, because I know he spends a lot of time putting the list together. So go give some love to Alex down in the comments. He really deserves it. So but just to kind of get through some last minute chatters here. Missing Time says, I have to see them live. Yes, that's definitely on the list to see. I know that they're not coming around near us this time, but definitely the next time if they hit Pennsylvania, we'll do it.
Yeah, they were going to be playing New York actually very soon, but that festival ended up getting canceled, actually.
Oh, damn.
Unfortunately.
That would have been fun.
That'll have to be the next time.
It will be.
Oh,
absolutely.
and the Fever Dream.
That
is Love Shake.
That's
from
fair.
Mix.
Okay. Dreamy also says more performances / live band songs. We'll definitely try to get some more into that. Angie,
Sure.
yes, that was my cat Meatball. Salutes, my guy. Big Hoss.
Would you guys do solo produced songs? Xi'an's Paradise, Dami's Butterfly. Would we? Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I'd probably not in the next video, because I think the next video will probably just be the main solo songs from the album. But like I said, we'll get back into Dreamcatcher. We'll do more, so that could be something to tack onto the next video. Throwbacks from disbanded groups, yes. 4-minute CLC, stuff like that. Love both of them. Would be definitely down to do that. Would be down to do 21. Would be down to do a bunch of older disbanded stuff. I also want to cover some soloists. Definitely want to cover some soloists. I think I had mentioned to him the other day, Chungha, who I think has like an impeccable discography. There's people like Hyuna that has a very long history in the industry and a very good discography. Sunmi, there's a bunch of good options out there. Like I said, just vote in the polls, drop suggestions. I'll be building the playlist and the plan to go based off what you guys want to see. So that will be for the community to decide.
Woo! Shout outs. Angie says Alex made a really good job with the songs, to be honest. Shout out.
Thank you.
Ivy said, was fun as usual. Looking forward to next part and tier. Oh, God, everybody's going to hold me to the fire with this tier list.
Yeah, you got to do the tier list now, I guess.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
Xi'an and Dami's Shadow is good. Okay, CLC 4-minute used to be my old GG back in the day. Yeah, 4-minute. Crazy by 4-minute was what got me. It wasn't the first song I heard, but it's what got me like roped into Kpop for sure. Like way back when. I think 2015 maybe.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, 4-minute was my first group that I got super into. So yeah, super cool discography. Thank you for the live stream. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you.
Solo suggestions. Alexa. Yeah, dude, you would love Alexa. Alexa is so cool.
Okay.
She is just a good old American country girl.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she's from the States. She's really cool. She's like big into like anime and cosplay, and she's basically like a theater kid. Her concept is really cool. Her songs are great. She's very, very funny.
Okay.
She'd be cool to dive into at some point.
Rainey says, love the live stream, excited for more. Well, guys, thank you so much. It's been an absolute blast. Again, the community's been so great, so want to give you all a shout out because it's been awesome. Literally, all the lives we've done, especially the ones that we've kind of pre-planned out, they've been popping off. So if you know anybody else that's like into K-pop and would like to see more live streams, definitely, show it to him, because we would love to do more, and we're just trying to highlight K-pop in a different way that isn't like one reaction video. I think that was kind of our goal to set out, was just like really getting into groups as a whole, because I do find that, as much as I like listening to individual songs, it gives me a better perspective on the project as a whole if I can kind of see their history as a band stemming all the way back to whenever they started it to currently now. I think that just gives us a better perspective on it. So
yeah, and we really like doing these like longer form streams where we kind of like get a chance to talk a lot and like
hang out,
hang out with everyone and talk to the chat more and like kind of dig into the deeper cuts and stuff. So if you guys like the this longer like live stream format, let us know. We'll keep doing that. If everyone likes how we're doing it now, we'll just keep doing it.
Keep it going. We'll keep it going.
But
I think we're gonna rock.
We're good to wrap. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Again, it was a really fun stream. We had a good run on Dreamcatcher. We got at least another solid one to go. We'll keep you guys updated on that, and we'll see you back here in a couple days or so for a good Pixie deep dive.
Oh shit! Get excited. And also, yes, just as a final warning, I am going to make 2 community posts, one for girls groups, one for guys groups. So feel free to make your comment known in those discussion boards, because we really want to know what you guys want to see. So obviously we have some that we're excited to delve into, but I'm sure there's some groups that y'all are excited about that we either know about or don't know about, but we definitely like to kind of get them as many groups as we can on here and do it as frequently as possible. So yeah, definitely let us know there. And thank you for watching. Again, Alex, thank you for hanging out. As always, go show some love to Alex down in the comments. And we'll see you in the next one, which I think is Pixie, right? Or are we doing part 4? Pixie?
Pixie next.
All right. Pixie time. See you guys.